Hello everybody. Ryan here on this is so here we are on the first update on my airfix 70-second scale. I don't know how much you're going to get to see me. Avro Vulcan b.2. So this is the first update. Before I get away, before I do the first update, obviously just want to do a few shout outs to RTB models. Atomic Dog 32 Brian, Aaron Newlands, Alex Modelling, A to Z Kits, Total Transport, Callum Wilding, Crazy Kit Builder, Crazy Modeler, The Child Modeler, UK Scale Modeler, Ian, Lon 757 Pete, Hamilton, Rambler 69 Tom, Rambler 69 Tom, Hamilton, Urs Bornier, Jagdpanzer 1944, the Mad Genius Productions, Paul Marsh, Engineering Darkside and Mus Vivi, and to be honest, huge thank you to everybody that subscribed to me over the years, because of course I could name you all, but the shout outs would go on forever, and we've got the Vulcan to see. So, just going to get the so first part of, I don't know how well you're going to get this, but I've now started so here we are with the Vulcan. So I've got obviously I've started to assemble the cockpit. So I assembled the cockpit as in I've got so I assembled the cockpit as in I glued the support structures there and there, both port side and starboard, the sort of the below the two sort of the structure, the structure that's underneath the actual cockpit, the flight deck floor and the rear cockpit floor. Then I glued in the center pedestal and the rudder pedals, and I then I've also glued in the side consoles and the center console, as well as the fire extinguishers and the ladder that allows the pilot and co-pilot up to the flight deck. So painting, colors I used for this was Humbro 85 satin black for the whole of the cockpit, for the majority of the cockpit, including the center console and center pedestal, and the rudder pedals and the side consoles. The brackets that hold in the fire extinguisher were also painted matte black. They were painted satin black. The steps for the ladder for the access ladder for the pilots were also painted in satin black. The actual ladder itself was painted in Humbro 154 insignia yellow, and then of course the fire extinguishers were base coated in Humbro acrylic 34 matte white, and then they were top coated in Humbro enamel 60 red, to give the red a more vibrant look. But yeah, so that's the cockpit. So that's the cockpit, and then of course the only other thing I did at the start of it, as per instructions, were glued in the front bulkhead. So now I'm just going to get the so here we've got, I don't know how well you're going to see this, but I've also got the instrument panel done. I've also got the instrument panel put together. So Again, the instrument panel was paint, and the instrument panel and the flight pilots and uh, pilot and co-pilots control yokes, flight sticks. So the instrument panel was painted in Humber acrylic 85 satin black, and then of course it was gloss coated 3 times, decal put on, set in, and the decal set in using micro industries set and sol. Um, and then gloss coated to seal the decal. Decal was gloss coated to seal it in, and then of course after it was sealed in, I then gave it a satin coat to take it back to a satin finish. Same with the just whilst it's still here. Same with the decals on the side console. Same process was done for the side consoles and the decal that's on the center console. And then I've also got painted and assembled the pilot and co-pilot's ejector seats. So the way the order of battle with these, I suppose, if that's the right word to use, was that obviously I assembled the actual seat frame and painted it in Humbrol acrylic 85 satin black. The armrests and of course I painted the armrests in Humbrol 62 leather, Humbrol acrylic matte finish 62 leather. The 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 back the sort of the seat the cushions sort of the back cushions were painted in Humbrol acrylic 26 khaki, and the bottom cushions were painted Humbrol 24 trainer yellow, and then the seat belts for the lower seat for the bottom seat for the bottom cushion were painted in Humbrol 25 Humbrol acrylic 25 blue, Oxford blue, and then of course the cushions, the rear, the backrest, the backrest cushions were painted in um, Humbrol, uh, Humbrol 94 desert yellow, and then of course the headrest cushions were painted in Humbrol 103, Humbrol satin finish, I think it is 103 cream. So that's both the co-pilot and the pilot and co-pilot's ejector seats. And again, I don't know how well you're going to get these guys, but I've also assembled the air electronics officer's seat. So the way this was done was the base of the seat was painted in Humbrol 76 acrylic 76 cockpit green, along with the majority of the frame of the seat, and then the cushion, and then the seat cushion was painted in Humbrol acrylic 62 leather, and then the headrest was painted in Humbrol enamel 72 khaki, along with the little cylinder fabric cylinder at the front. And then of course I've also got the nav plotters seat assembled. Again, like the electronics officer's seat, this was painted. The majority of the paintwork is Humbrol acrylic 76 cockpit green. and then of course this was painted. The seat, sort of like the backrest, was painted in Humbrol 26 Humbrol acrylic 26 khaki. The seat cushion was painted in Humbrol 62 leather, and Humbrol 62 leather. So that's the electronic nav plotters seat. And then finally we've got, and then for the and then we've also, and then here we've got the navigator radar seat, or as it used, or as they used to be called in the RAF prior to the V Force, the bombardier's seat. So again, like the air electronic officer's seat, like the air electronic officer seat, this was painted in Humbrol, pretty much majority speaking Humbrol, Humbrol acrylic 78 cockpit green, and then Humbrol 72 for the seat, Humbrol 62 leather for the seat cushion, and then the Humbrol 72 khaki for the head for the headrest and the headrest and the and the little cylindrical bit at the front that's also on the air electronic office seat. And then the only other thing, I'm just going to get it for you. And then the only other thing that I've done so far is the only thing I've done so far is I've got the rear bulkhead in, which has got the ledge and the table, which has got the ledge that is the table, that is the work that's the little ledge that's the workstations for all three rear crew members. Obviously, there is no detail on this. The back bulkhead is bar of any is bar is completely bar of detail. But then, to be honest, for any of you that know the Vulcan, once it's inside, once the cockpit's fully assembled, it's inside the nose section. You're not going to see it anyway, so there's no point putting any detail on there, even not even a decal, to be honest. Um, but yeah, so I'll just give you a quick look on the rear part, on the rear bulkhead, and then I'll show you all the other parts again. So that's all I've got for this part of the update. Like the updates on, like the build series on the Typhoon, I am going to do these updates on parts so you get to see, actually get to see it going together. So the, obviously I'll come back when I've actually got the instrument panel installed into the cockpit, and then obviously then I'll probably do another, and then the final part of this update was when I've actually got the obviously the ejector seats and the rear, and the 3 rear crew seats in the cockpit before the bulkhead goes on, the rear bulkhead goes on. Okay, so that's it for now, and I'll see you guys a bit later. Okay, so for you, it'll be see you in a few seconds. For me, it might be an hour later from now, or even tomorrow, before I shot, or before I shoot the next update. Okay, so see you guys. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. Hi chaps and lady. Second, another part of update on my first update on the Avro Vulcan. Um, as you can now probably see, don't know how well you're going to get this, but I've also now got the instrument panel into the cockpit. So yeah, I've just literally glued this in. I glued this in around about half an hour ago. The glue's completely dry, so it's completely firm from that point of view. It's completely dry from that point of view. So yeah, but yeah, really happy with the fit. Obviously test fitted it, and obviously now this is how the Vulcan cockpit look is starting to. Now the cockpit is really starting to come together. So next up for this is to next part of this update. You'll have you'll be seeing the obviously I'll be getting in the pilots and the co-pilots ejector seats, and obviously you also see the rear crew seats. So have a good look at the rear ladder there, because in a minute, shortly, that's going to be completely disappearing. Okay, so see you when I've got the ejector seats in, and see you when I've got the ejector seats and the um, rear crew seats in. Okay. So now, guys, I've got the don't know how well you can get this. Now I've got the crew seats in, the ejector, the front, the pilot and co-pilots ejector seats in. And I've also got, again, I don't know how well you're going to get this. I've got, as I showed earlier on in the update, I've now got the now got the pilot, the left to right, the air electronics officer's seat, the nav plotter's seat, and the nav radar's seat in the rear cockpit. So what I'm going to do is obviously what I'll do is I'm going to glue the back bulkhead in, and I'm going to glue the back bulkhead in, and that will be the final part of update of this first update. And obviously I'll merge all sections of this area of this update onto as one fairly longish video. All right. But obviously I won't be doing the final part of this the final part of update 1 until tomorrow now. So yeah, so I'll see you. So like I say, for me it'll be see you guys, it'll be in a few seconds. For me it'll be see you. For me it'll be 24 hours till I shoot the final part of the update. All right. So yeah, so as promised, guys, I've now got the let's see how best to handle this. Now I've got the back. Now I've got the back bulkhead on, which of course contains the ledge for the which contains the work table for the which now contains the work table for the AEOs, the workstation for the air electronics officer, the nav plotters race station, and of course the nav radars crew station over there. And that's all I've got on part 1. Obviously part 2 will be when update 2 will be that's all I've got for update 1, I'm afraid. So update 2 will be when I've got the nose cone for which the nose weight goes into, packed full of nose weight and glued onto the cockpit, and then of course I will show the cockpit going into the fuselage half, the nose half, the nose halves going together, going together, the plate that actually completes the nose going in, and possibly even the canopy going on, but I'm not sure of that yet. And obviously part 2 will also show you the construction the construction of the bomb bay. So I hope you enjoyed part 1. I hope you enjoyed update 1 in these parts, so you can see how it goes together. And I'll see you guys on update 2, but don't know when that's going to be. But you'll get it as soon as I can bring it to you. Right? Thanks for watching. Bye for now.